guys, and welcome to episode 6 of our Grand Tanzania series.
After a lovely bush dinner, it's time to call it a night, and we're preparing ourselves for the next adventure tomorrow, which will be driving straight to Tarangire, where we'll be staying with Nimali Tarangire again. And you guys, I hope you'll join us in this series and see what we'll encounter on the day. You're most welcome.
Stay tuned, guys.
Welcome.
It's a very early morning in Serengeti. After being picked up from the Nimali Serengeti at 4:30 a.m., we are now driving to the hot air balloon launch site. This is going to be a fantastic morning experiencing a hot air balloon safari. So after a 1 hour drive, we are here at the launching site. En route, we have seen a lot of animals. So it's time to have some ginger tea and some cookies, and then get ready for an amazing hot air balloon ride.
This one. You're welcome. With the biscuit? Come with the biscuit?
Thank you. So there you see the twilight, and we'll be taking off just before sunrise.
Everyone.
Morning.
Morning. And welcome to Serengeti Balloon Safaris. My name is Johnny, I'm your pilot, and this is our balloon. Guys, it's a big one. It's 450,000 cubic feet in volume. That's one of the largest balloons flying in the world today. Now guys, believe it or not, the basket's actually designed for 16 passengers. That's good news because we have 16 on board today. Okay. So there'll be 8 of you on each side, then 4 people per pod. 8 on that side, 4 and 4. And I go in the centre here. I have to say, but please no smoking in the balloon. It's fairly obvious. So once we start the fans, it takes 10 to 15 minutes to get the balloon ready. It's pretty much ready to go. Like I said, you guys will be behind the basket. I'll be inside the balloon, around the balloon, just doing final checks, making sure everything's good, which it will be. Now here in Serengeti, we actually board our basket slightly differently to most companies. When boarding a balloon basket, most companies will stand the balloon up in a vertical position. Then you guys have to climb up over the sides using the steps to get into your compartment. However, we don't do that here. We actually board our baskets on the side like this. Now we do that for safety. It can get windy here, so we found it's much easier, much safer to get you all in, sat down on the seats. Can you all see the bench seats inside the basket?
Yes.
Then we get you strapped into these tethers before we actually put the burners on. So you're probably thinking this is crazy, but trust me, it does work. It's tried and tested. What we do, we load the top compartments first. So it'll be the top row here, and the bottom row after. Getting in does require a bit of gymnastics first thing in the morning. You'll look very fit, this should be easy. And the crew will assist you, do not worry about this part at all. So guys, before you board, if you're wearing backpacks, please take your backpacks off. To get in the top, I'll give you a quick demonstration. So, can you see the top of the basket?
Yes.
Put your hands here, you can hang on to this pole, put your feet here, and you're going to slide into what we call the astronaut position. I know, it's crazy. Can you see the seats, yes?
Yeah.
You just slide down so your bums are on the seat. It's nice and cosy in here. Get your bags, put your bags on the floor in between your legs. Okay. Looking up, can you see the carabiners?
Yes.
Unclip the one above you, and this will clip onto your safety belt. Okay, so look down, find the D-ring, clip yourself into the belt. Once you're clipped in, look above. Can you see the handles? Find 2 handles, hang on with both hands, and then just relax. Okay? All good?
All good. Yeah.
You don't sound convinced. Guys, you'll be in that position for about 5 minutes, but please stay seated. Please stay hanging on until the balloon is upright. Once it's safe, I'll say you can all stand up. At that point, you can start to take videos, photos, and enjoy the flight. Okay. Now, the flight itself is very smooth, much smoother than the cars you came to the launch site in. That's not difficult, to be honest. If you're nervous at all, sounds fairly obvious. Don't look straight down, look out. You'll get used to it very quickly. Now, flight time is usually about 1 hour, sometimes more, sometimes less. We do have a very strict defined flying boundary in place. If we land early for any reason, it's safety. Your safety is the most important thing, and mine for that matter. Now, we can't actually steer the balloon, we go with the wind. But one thing I can do is actually rotate the baskets. There's no top and bottom, there's no front and back. It's all first class. I'll spin it to give you an equal view. Okay? Now guys, moving on to animal sightings. We can't guarantee what we see during the flight whatsoever. I can't control the animals. Sometimes we do see quite a lot, sometimes we don't see anything. It all depends on the day. What I do say to passengers is, if you do spot something, please share, because 16 pairs of eyes are better than just mine. Okay? Now moving on to landing. Landing is the most important part for safety. I'll give you plenty of warning. Now, landing position is exactly the same as the takeoff position. Very easy. When I say landing positions, all you have to do, guys, is sit down on the seats again. backs against the padding, find two handles, hang on nice and tight, and put your chins on your chest, so heads up. Does that make sense? Yeah. Landing itself, we have no idea what it's going to be like until we get there. Like all things in ballooning, it's determined by the wind. What I'll do, I'll get the balloon down nice and low, the basket will touch down, maybe bounce a few times, tip on its side and start to drag along. Now this is completely normal for a balloon landing, and it's good fun. Now if it's windier, same thing applies, we'll come down a little bit faster, we'll touch down a bit harder. The basket may tip, drag 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 metres on its side. It's perfectly normal for the basket to tip over on its edge like this. Guys, when we do land and you think we've landed, please stay in the basket, don't get out till I say, because if one person gets out with your weight gone, there is a small chance the balloon will take off. You'll be left in the Serengeti. Not only do you miss champagne at the end, you know what's out there, so stay in the basket. Also, highly unlikely event of any safety issues during the flight, guys, please follow my instructions. Apart from that, all good?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
All happy?
Yes.
Alright, so it's time to take off.
Okay guys, you all stand up, here we go. Welcome to Serengeti from the air. Sit down, is that cute? So guys, yeah, if you look out to the right, you can see the elephants. Big herd of elephants out there.
Bye.
Right here.
There we have the sunrise.
3, 2, and 1.
Not over just yet. Okay guys, so the worst is over. Let's go to the tip over now. And yeah, there are toilets if you need them, just behind the pinnacle as well. So, yeah. Everybody's doing that now. Guys all good? Yeah! Excellent.
So guys, that was an excellent hot air balloon ride over Serengeti.
How was it?
Very good.
Healthy?
Amazing, yeah.
Way back in 1783, the Montgolfier brothers in France were the guys who actually designed and built the first hot air balloons. Their father actually owned a paper bag factory, so one day the boys were outside near a fire with a paper bag and watched it go up. At the time they actually thought it was smoke, which had magical powers to lift the bag. But ultimately they wanted to fly humans, so they did lots of test flights to see how the balloon worked. Eventually got to a point where they wanted to fly animals to see if they could breathe up high. So the first animals to fly in a hot air balloon, a sheep, a duck and a rooster. Now this was a controlled experiment. Their theory was a duck can fly quite high, it should be able to breathe up high. The rooster can fly treetop height, it might be okay, but the sheep's a land animal. The sheep can go up and breathe, so can humans. The guys built this huge balloon, attached a cage, put the animals in, cut the ropes, balloon took off. Now it flew for about 15-20 minutes, went up to about 1,000 feet. When the fire went out, the balloon came crashing down. Anyway, it was a nice calm day that day, so the boys managed to chase after it, they watched it land. To their amazement, all the animals did survive the balloon fly and the landing. So the next thing to do was actually write a letter to the king, King Louis XVI, explaining what they had done. The king was very impressed. He was very keen to see man fly. So the date was set for the 21st of November 1783. 1783. Now outside the palace in Versailles, apparently 50,000 people turned up to watch the event. But the Montgolfier brothers made it quite clear to the king before they actually started the project, they were willing to build balloons, not fly in the balloons. So all these people turned up to watch the event, but no one to fly it. So the king's first thought was to send the guards to the gallows to get 2 convicts, put those guys in. If they fly, then die on landing, who cares, they're criminals. Keep on trying until we get this right. The guards went off, but the Queen at the time, Mary Antoinette, turned to the king and said, "My lord, you can't do this. If these people fly and survive, they'll be famous, they'll be national heroes, you'll have to pardon them, set them free." So eventually a big prize was put forward, land, golden titles. And the first person to volunteer was a guy called Pilatre de Rosier. And that's actually where we get the name pilot from in aviation. Pilot, pilot. That's the reason we have the name pilot. Anyway, he didn't fly alone. A good friend of his jumped in the basket called Marquis de Lond. He was a scientist. He was very keen to understand how the balloon was working. Now, just before takeoff, the king came over with 2 bottles of champagne. So take the champagne for good luck. Obviously, if you survive the landing, have a few glasses to celebrate. So the guys took the champagne, wrapped it in cotton so it wouldn't smash on the landing, cut the rope and took off. This time, again, they flew for about 20 minutes. When the fire went out, the balloon came crashing down just outside of a village. The landing was quite bumpy, both pilots fell out, the balloon carried on, got stuck in the trees. What the pilots didn't realise at the time was the farmers' and the locals' reaction to the balloon. Back then, 1783, these guys have seen birds fly, but they've never seen anything like this. But they've heard stories about dragons, demons, witches. So when the balloon came over, obviously there was fire, there was smoke. The locals were terrified, so they started attacking the balloon. Luckily, the pilots had the champagne on board, because back then you could only get champagne directly from the King of France himself. So once the pilots explained what was going on, showed the farmers the bottle with the king's seal, the king's stamp, everybody knew this must be a very special occasion, and that's why we do champagne after the balloon flight, just to celebrate. It's a history lesson. Guys, good luck to catch corks.
Cheers, guys. So guys, that was an amazing experience. You just need to try this. Words just don't do justice. It was amazing to see so many animals from the aerial view. And well, if you want such experiences, do contact me. My contact details are in the description. So shortly we'll be going to have a bush breakfast. Morning. And here we have chef preparing some delicious breakfast for us. So well guys, we are back on the Jeep and we are driving now to Tarangire, and this drive is around 7 hours. We'll be arriving there and then we'll be staying at Nimali Tarangire, which is within the game control area, and that will be my home for tonight. So I'll be taking a nap in between because we woke up very early, and our good friend and guide Eric, he'll be waking me up in case we spot some animals on the way. So I'll get back to you soon. So we are now at Nabi Gate for the check-in, check-out. So check-in in Ngorongoro and check-out from Serengeti. And it's amazing to see there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lions just near the gate. So everybody's in their jeeps, but it's an amazing sight. Have a look. So well, after 2.5 hours drive, we have made a stop for lunch. So it's going to be a picnic lunch just here in a nice surrounding. So guys, after that picnic lunch, which was in the Ngorongoro area, we have decided to visit the Melia Ngorongoro Lodge, which is nearby as well. And to give you an insight of this beautiful lodge and the wonderful views of the Ngorongoro crater that you can get, it's simply stunning. Have a look. Let me showcase you the presidential suite at this lodge. It's a 1-bedroom suite, but also can be connected to a connected room which has got twin beds. So it's a very spacious suite and with excellent view of the Ngorongoro crater. In fact, all the rooms and suites have got the view of the crater. So this is a very important point to note. If you come here and you stay for a couple of nights, you can just enjoy your game drives and as well as spend a lot of time just relaxing and viewing the crater. After a long drive, we stopped by here in the wilderness out of nowhere, and I was just wondering, why are we stopping here?
So at the moment we are in a rundown area which is not far away from where our lodge is located, but Nimali Tarangire has decided to surprise us with a Sundowner welcoming. So they just made up a setup for us, and we're gonna enjoy some drink here and watch the sun go down, and after we'll be continue with our journey to the lodge. Yeah.
Let me show you the setup. It's really amazing.
Very much welcome.
Thank you.
Have a lemongrass tea here.
Thank you very much.
Have a taste of it.
So finally here at the Nimali Tarangire, Maisha Marifo, which means cheers in Swahili. Thank you. So let's move outdoors and check out the ambience around the tent. Just check it out, guys. This is right in the middle of the wilderness. So freshened up, and it's now time for dinner. And as I mentioned also in the previous episodes where I've stayed in similar tented lodges or tented camps in the wilderness, here as well they have the same instructions of not going out alone. So I need to take the flashlight and just flash it out from the tent, the netted part, and then of course the security will come and escort me to the restaurant, since we are in the middle of the wilderness and there are wild animals roaming around in the evening time. So as the security, they've asked us to flash a light and they'll come and pick us up. Or we could even call them. There is a telephone as well. For any urgent situations also you can call them. So I'm just flashing the light and soon we'll have the security to come to pick me up. Jumbo. So we're just going to one of the decks out here where they have a nice bonfire for the evening. We'll have some drinks and then go for dinner. Thank you. So this is a very nice deck out here with some bonfire. Time to have some drinks and then followed by dinner. So well, as you see, this is real great ambience in the evening. Everything is so calm, serene. You can hear just the insects, the crickets, some night birds, and well, this is nature at its best in Tanzania. So after that lovely dinner, I was escorted back to my tent by the security. So I'm inside my tent now, and before I call it a night, I just want you to experience the ambience of the surrounding here in the wilderness. It's a lot of different insects, night birds, a lot of different sounds, and it's just an amazing experience to be staying in the wilderness. So well guys, time to call it a night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. A very good morning guys. It's a beautiful morning out here in Tarangire. Had a very nice sleep and it's now time for breakfast. So here I have with me Mr. Ruben, the manager of Nimali Tarangire.
Hi guys.
So we are here to see a family tent, which is a 2-bedroom tent.
So you're welcome to the one of our family tent. And then we have the bed, as you can see. We have a fan on this side. And the big of our tent, as you can see, for the family. Kids will be staying on this side. Okay, so next to this one we have a lounge. And this side is our bathrooms for everything. And we have a mini fridge, same like the other rooms. The light, we have a telephone here, and we have the kettle for the coffee, so you can make your own coffee. Okay. So, and the lounge I was talking here is this one here. So you see the lounge area? Yeah, for sitting and enjoy the happy hour, having your drinks over here. Okay, next here we have another rooms, which is another. For the maybe parents will be staying this side, and the kids on the side. We have outside the plunge pool.
Okay.
Yeah, so the plunge pool is only we have to the family tents.
Okay.
My sit and enjoy, relax over here, having your drinks here, enjoy the game. Riverbed, it would be the animals crossing over there, so you can be enjoyed here. So the same family tent has the same standard.
So guys, that brings us to end of episode 6. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a fabulous time here experiencing the balloon safari as well as the stay here at Nimali Tarangire.
Yeah, so guys, stay tuned to the next episode. Today we'll be heading to Tarangire National Park, and it's gonna be exciting for us. After our game drive, we'll be heading to Kili Season, which is in Arusha.
And well, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My contact details are in the description. Do like, comment and subscribe, and stay tuned to the next episode.